I'm going to go to one of our blog entries, the one with multiple images. So earlier we noticed that the images were vertical, whereas in the wireframes, if we bring those up, they're horizontal. Also, it's floating it to the left, which means it's disrupting the layout of the comments, which should actually be located after them. To resolve these, we're going to need some CSS, or cascading style sheets. Now CSS is usually in the domain of the themer or front-end developer for a site, but occasionally it can be really handy as a site builder. In this case, what we're going to do is figure out the CSS we need to get these laid out horizontally and not floating them, and minus one more thing we do a little later on in this series that's going to be all of the CSS that we talk about. So I'm not going to go deep into how CSS works here. We have a whole video collection called Front-End Development that talks you through CSS from start to finish. But the basic idea is that it provides visual rules. It sets the size and color of text, and it sets a location of things, like this chunk being to the left and this chunk being to the right. Without any CSS, this site would be a vertical list of every element on the page, including these toolbars at the top. The trick to overriding CSS is figuring out what selector to use. So to help us do that, we're going to use our browser's development tools. In Chrome, this is called DevTools, and you can get to it by right-clicking on an element you want to adjust and clicking Inspect. I'm going to extend this to the left a little bit here, and I'm going to hide our menu to give us a little bit more space.